So I'm with my man Fletcher Cox.
Number 91, Fletcher Cox!
Future Hall of Famer for the Philadelphia Eagles. My client like forever since he got here.
Absolutely.
I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to interview you today. Thank you for when you came to the city, you used my services from the beginning. Me and you, we formed a friendship. 13 years now?
Yeah, 13 years.
It's been 13
Absolutely,
years. That's
yeah.
a long time now.
No.
So your car collection has been crazy, man.
I mean,
crazy.
Listen, man, I've always had some stuff. I always kept, behind the scenes, like in my old school cars.
He's a car enthusiast. He's crazy about his cars.
Absolutely.
And you have a racing team that you race your car.
I'm not a passive owner. I'm not one of those guys that won't get their hands dirty. I actually love being around it, and that's what makes me so involved in it.
What was your first car?
My first car.
Like before, like high school and all that stuff?
No, it was a 1992 Oldsmobile 88.
An Oldsmobile
88, yeah.
The big joint?
No, I wasn't the big joint, no. No. You think about it in the 80s, but it was a 92. My brother paid $1,200 for it, and man, I drove the wheels off that thing.
Okay, that's an old school joint.
Yeah.
Okay.
I drove the wheels off that thing. AC was cold. That's all I cared about. We had no mirror, no passenger mirror.
It wasn't the wind-up joint, right?
No, we had the electric one.
It had the velour seats in it?
Yeah, the side mirror though. It had the side mirror. So what I did was I went to the junkyard. I think the mirror was like $12.
Right.
So I went, I washed some cars when I was on Saturdays. All my buddies would bring his cars,
right.
My brother's buddies, and so I got me enough change to go to the junkyard, get me a mirror. So I went to the parts store, got a can of primer.
Right.
Primer, and I sanded it down a little bit. Then I spray painted it white. You never know.
Right.
Put a little, it was like a little glossy white. Boom. Everything was perfect.
Now, high school, what car you took to the prom?
What car did I take to my senior prom? I tell you what, I took when the Dodge Rams first came out at the 1500s.
Okay.
My buddy, my brother, friend Cornell, we call him Bunny.
Okay.
He had one of the cleanest trucks in the city. It was on 60s, so
it had wheels on it.
Yeah, it had
candy paint.
No, it was black.
Was candy paint out there?
No, candy paint was definitely out, but it had the it was black, it was lowered, had 6s on it. So you pull up at prom on 6s in high school, you the man.
And what did you drive in college?
I drove 2000 Park Avenue.
2000 Park Avenue.
It's still around.
Really?
It's still around. It's still in the shop, and now that thing got some paint on it.
Okay, all right. So you held on to that one.
Yeah.
So what's your preference, foreigns or old schools?
Old schools.
Old school. What's your dopest old school?
I got my '69 Camaro, which everybody loves.
That's the white joint.
The one that's in the garage.
The one that's in the garage. The one I'm gonna get to do one day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got my '75 Caprice Donk. The Donk is,
75 Caprice Donk.
Yeah, it's a Donk. Yeah.
That's down what?
Down south.
I never seen that one. Okay.
But my baby, the one that everybody loves, is my '67 C10.
Oh. All right.
Everybody loved that truck. I mean, that thing it turned heads wherever you go.
Okay.
But that's one of my favorites for sure.
How did you feel about you had the Urus, the Lamborghini joint? That was the first one that I did. How did you feel about it when you got that?
I like the Urus. I had 3 of them.
Okay.
So I ended up having three Urus, and I got over that era.
Right.
Then I've had Rolls Royces.
Right. I heard they call
Cullinan,
it.
Cullinan, all that.
Yeah.
I had the Wraith.
The Wraith. You had the Range Rover. But you're mostly a pickup guy.
I'm a pickup dude. Yeah.
You're a pickup dude.
Yeah.
But you got the Cadillac with the racing engine in it.
Yeah, you gotta have something with a little horsepower.
Yeah.
You got to.
That thing got everything.
You gotta have some a little bit, just a little bit.
So I work with a lot of kids that play football, that's in sports and all of that kind of stuff. If you had anything to say to them, because I noticed that a lot of kids get into the streets and get into the drug game based on cars, believe it or not. It's crazy how cars can play such a major role in the decision that these young people make. So if you had something to say to the young people in regards to, moving forward with their careers in basketball, football, or whatever that may be, because again, like I said, you're well accomplished, you're well on your way to the Hall of Fame. You're a good dude, you've been humble all the way throughout the whole time that you've been here. What would be your message to the young folks?
Right, don't be the reason that you fail yourself because you thought you knew it all.
Right.
And that's kind of push myself these days, and still to this day, humbly, and very appreciative to people that's still important in my life. Don't be afraid to pull yourself away from all the stragglers. Don't be afraid to pull yourself and say no. If your friends want to go out, no, man, I got something to do, something that's more important.
You had to push hard through a lot of things to stay in school and stay focused, because
Absolutely.
it's always something there that can deter you from staying focused.
Absolutely, and that could be one night, that could be 30 seconds, that could be 2 seconds of decision making. I always tell everybody 2 seconds of decision making, even 1 second of decision making,
can change your whole life.
Can change your entire life.
Right.
And most kids, most of our peers, no matter what color you are, no matter where you're from, how you was raised, again, 2 seconds can determine the rest of your life. But you get to make that decision.
You do. You absolutely do. Well, listen, man, I want to say thank you again for being my first guest on my YouTube channel, as far as interviewing my clients and talking about their cars. Man, I asked you to do it for me and you didn't even hesitate, man.
No,
so
man, it's always a
thank
pleasure.
you much, man. I really appreciate it, and God bless you, man, and keep on doing your thing, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Always, man. You got to be, homie. Thank you, man. You got it.
Get your car washed.
Hey, listen, if this video has been helpful in any way whatsoever, please like, please share, please comment, please subscribe. Please send to other people and have them subscribe. I'm trying to grow my numbers. I'm trying to get this page going. I understand I got to be a little bit more consistent with it, but I'm willing to put in the work and do what I got to do. I'm just asking that you help me help others. Again, I thank you and I appreciate it. Your boy Derek, the dopest detailer. I'm out.